Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome into game night on the PCC on the Porter County Sports Channel. It's streaming live on the internet at regionsports.com, facebook.com/regionsports, and facebook.com/PCC Sports. We come to you tonight from Kouts High School as Berkey's Family Farms in Kouts presents the South Central Lady Satellites taking on the Kouts Filles in the championship game of the PCC Girls Basketball Tournament. Along with Larry Babcock and I know your name, Mike Jamia. I'm Jerry Siska. It's my name, I don't know. Nick Ramian, Nathan Laird's here, Bob Guerrero, and a cast of thousands, as they used to say in Bozo, here to take in this one from Kouts High School tonight. Mike, great to be with you again. Larry, you as well. You guys had some fun earlier today. You mind I cut in and have a little with you tonight?
Oh, absolutely. You're more than welcome. The more the merrier, as we'll have even more on deck here tonight, as it was a packed gym this morning, and it's going to be even more packed, as it's probably just as packed as it was in the morning, and we're not even at tip-off.
I was telling you guys before we went on air, the Kouts Filles and the Kouts Mustangs both going for PCC titles on their home floors. Right there. Good luck, South Central in the girls' game and Westville in the boys' game, because this place is going to be loud and it's going to be packed with Kouts fans.
Yeah, there's nothing that beats it. And the best thing that could have happened for our broadcast tonight is Kouts in both games, because this place is going to be jam-packed. I mean, it's pretty full as is right now, and it's going to be loud. It's going to be exciting. But that's what PCC basketball is all about.
South Central and Kouts met during the regular season. South Central the victor. That's an obvious one as they come in 21-0 on the campaign. They are number one in the state in Class 2A. But, hey, the Kouts Filles, they're no pushover. Looking at 15-5, ranked number 11 in Class 1A. So we've got a matchup of state-ranked powers here in this PCC title game, guys.
Yeah, honestly, we talked about this off the air. South Central did not play their best basketball last night. And South Central got lucky with not playing their best basketball, coming out with a victory. If they do that tonight against a very talented Kouts team, they may not be so lucky.
41-29 was last night's score over Morgan Township that Larry was alluding to. So South Central got here with a big win over Boone back on Tuesday night. And then last night's matchup, that game was anybody's ball game, guys, as we were all there. About the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter is when South Central was able to start pulling away. Looked like Morgan maybe tired a little, and they got into foul difficulty with a couple of key kids.
Yeah, Delaney Gale hit a few big threes down the stretch there, and Abby Tomlin doing what Abby Tomlin does, is she's always showing up in big moments, but they shot uncharacteristically poorly in that game, and if that kind of continues, it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be a very, very difficult game for them.
Kouts is here with victories over Hebron back on Monday night, and then a 43-30 win over Westville last night that, for the most part, the Phillies were in control of that game from start to finish.
Yeah, Kouts was in control of both of their first-round games from start to finish. They beaten Hebron on Monday and then turned around and winning yesterday against Westville. So, and again, they're firing on all cylinders. You got Kouts, who is a very talented, junior who's obviously over 1,000 for her career. You got Garavilla, who is a threat. And then you got Lindsay Kobza down in the post. Obviously South Central's going to have to they can't just focus on one player. They got to focus on many players, with this Kouts team. And this Kouts Filles team, man, when they get going, and like you had mentioned on the onset, in front of their home crowd, that could be a game changer right there.
Allie Kouts, as you mentioned, Larry, only a junior, the 7th Philly in school history to top the 1,000 career point mark. Currently ranked 6th on the scoring list with 1,113 points, and only a junior. There'll be a whole lot more points added to that.
She very well could get to 2,000. Or at least 1,500 by the end of her senior year.
It seems to be tracking that way. She's an outstanding basketball player and really just knows how to just a pure scorer.
An interesting stat about Kouts coach Ron Kobza. He's coaching in his 14th PCC tournament. His overall record is 19-13, and this is the 8th time The Phillies have reached the title game of the tournament, but he's 0-7 in it, guys. He's had a rough time, his squad has, once he's reached this final game.
Yeah, Coach Kobza works hard at it, though. You like to think, what better way to get your first one than against the number one team in the state in 2A? So you know that they're going to be gunning for it. You think that this team wants to get him his first one. As you see there at center court, the cup's on the line. And as we talked about on the onset, that's what makes this conference great. When I played in this conference, with the cup and the keg, I bet if you started peeling paint back, you'd see some serious school colors on there. You'd see some of that Bearcat green and orange in there, I'm sure, from back in the day.
We talked about Allie Capuch of Kouts at her 1,000-point career. South Central has one as well in Abby Tomlin. She now has 1,268 career points. That's third all-time at South Central. Both she and Delaney Gale are playing in their 12th PCC tournament game. That's the maximum possible. Tomlin in just PCC tourney games, 152 points and 50 steals. And Marks, 79, junior Olivia Marks for South Central, 79 points, 60 rebounds in just 8 PCC games. These are all names, if you watched the stream last night, these are all key kids on both sides of the ball. You're going to hear their names a lot this evening. Sometimes in these games, it's not as much as how big do the big players play, but who's the role player that steps up and has that big game, possibly that career game, that actually sends the quality team over the top.
Yeah, anytime you get supporting cast come in, because, listen, the game plan for the big players, right? So you need somebody to step up in that supporting cast role and kind of get them off their big players, open things up. And I think that's what happened last night with South Central. They were on Gale, they were on Tomlin, and then once the supporting cast started getting in, they had to come off those players, and then the game started to get away from Morgan Township.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those things, too, where if your star players, so to speak, your leading scorers aren't scoring the basketball, you have to find ways in which to score throughout your roster. I think there are a couple X factors to look for tonight. I got a couple picks to click. I think that after watching Kouts in their last one, Olivia Miller can shoot the ball. Olivia Miller off the bench can shoot the ball, and it's one of those things where if she can get into windows, I think she can make an impact in this one. And I think when you look at the other side of the Lady Satellites, when Lillian Tolman checks in and when Kate Welsh get in there, I think defensively they look like they are playing at a higher level than I've seen them play throughout this year, and it's coming at the right time for the Satellites.
That's Mike Jamia. That's Larry Babcock. I'm Jerry Siska. I'm pumped, guys. I don't know how you feel. South Central's the defending champ of this tournament. Can their unbeaten season stay alive? We're going to find out. Don't go anywhere. We have an opening ceremony before the national anthem and the tip, as this is the 50th anniversary of the PCC Girls Tournament. So let's take a quick break so we're back in time for that. You're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel.
Since 1919, farming has truly been a Berkey family calling for generations. But it's not just a farm. There is much more for families to enjoy. The county market, with freezers full of homemade, home-raised products. The bakery, where pastries, donuts, and more are made daily. The coffee shop, with local roasted hot and cold coffee and espresso drinks. The restaurant and ice cream parlor. Stop in, you won't be disappointed. Berkey Family Farms, 205 South Main Street in Kouts, and on the web at berkeyfarms.com.
Did you know? Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait. Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week.
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party.
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area.
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strack and Van Til, now you know.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
Welcome back as Berkey Family Farms in Kouts presents game night in the PCC on the PCS channel. It's the 2022 Porter County Conference Tournament right here on the Region Sports Network. Berkey Family Farms, generations of family tradition since 1919. Visit berkeyfarms.com to find out more. We're just waiting for both teams to emerge from the locker rooms and get over to the benches, and then we will begin what is going to be a small pregame ceremony to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the girls' tournament. They're going to honor top past female players from each school prior to the start of the girls' championship game, and they're going to ask any former players and coaches and managers that are in attendance. At one point, they're going to recognize all of them and ask them to stand. So it's a celebration of 50 years on the girls' side of the Porter County Conference Tournament. Guys, I haven't seen a lot of conference tournaments in my lifetime. I've seen a few. I don't know if there's a bigger one than this in the state. This is phenomenal.
There's none better.
Yep. This is as good as it gets. As a player, as a referee, obviously as a broadcaster for coaches. I mean, look at this gym. You don't pack gyms in like this anymore in this day and age.
No, you don't. You don't. It's absolutely right. So both teams are back. Cheer blocks are ready. Cheerleaders on the floor. And it'll be time now for the pre-game festivities, and then we'll tip this off and stay with us all evening. Later on tonight, Kouts Mustangs and the Westfield Blackhawks will play for the boys' title of the PCC. With the girls, with this ball game, guys, this is really big. This can be a huge momentum builder, not like either one have been bad, but with only 1 week to go till the tournament, you've got an undefeated squad, you've got a 10-plus over the 500 mark squad in Kouts, both state ranked. It's big. It's a big last shot in the arm as you head to the postseason.
It's the tournament atmosphere. Lauren Bechtold was a great player back in the early 2000s.
Kouts is brought by Erica Martin Ice, with her daughter Amy Ice. Erica played for the Phillies in 2001 and totaled 1,797 career points as a Philly. Give it up for Erica. And for the Lacrosse Tigers, Justine Charlesworth. The scorer in lacrosse history played in the 2018 season and totaled 1,403 career points as a Tiger. Give it up for Justine. And now for the Morgan Township Cherokees, Angie Bush Kay.
Angie went on to have a great career at IU South Bend after she played at Morgan. Daughter of the famous or infamous coach Matty Bush over at Morgan Township.
Now for the South Central Satellites, it's Amber Walsh. Amber had in the 2018 season totaling 1,217 points as a satellite. Give it up for South Central, Amber Walsh. Washington Township. They're represented by Heather Courtney Taylor. Heather finished out Washington Township in the 2015 season and totaled 1,311 career points as a senator and is number 1 in Washington Township in career scoring. Give it up for Heather. And last for the Westville Blackhawks is Mary Parkman Gusty. Mary finished with the Blackhawks in 2017 and totaled 1,372 career points, an all-time high for the Westville Blackhawks. Give it up for Mary. And at this time, we all do invite all past players, managers, and coaches that have participated in the last 50 years of PCC girls basketball to stand and please at this time be recognized. And it's been up to 50 years of PCC girls basketball that is wonderful privilege and honor. We want all of you participation in PCC athletics, as well as helping these girls currently playing here in this championship today have the ability to play as well as participate with their schools. So fans, we will now welcome you to Kouts High School portion of the 2022 Girls PCC Championship game at IHSAA Varsity Basketball Contest. We'd like to congratulate the South Central Satellites and the Kouts Filles on making it to this championship game and wish them both good luck in tonight's PCC basketball contest. In order to promote sportsmanship, ethics, and integrity in high school athletics, Kouts High School asks you to participate in support of your own team without any negative acts directed to your opponents, fans from other schools, or the officials. Your cooperation and example to those around you is greatly appreciated. Children elementary age or younger must remain with a parent or guardian at all times. Kouts High School thanks you for your cooperation. At this time, we ask that you now use
time now for everybody in the gymnasium to rise as we will have the playing of our national anthem and then the introduction of the starting lineups, and we'll get this title game going. All right, time now to introduce the starters for tonight's PCC Girls Title matchup. Lillian Tolman, a 5'7" junior, number 33, the first starter introduced for South Central. Olivia Marks, number 40, a 5'9" junior. 5'5" and a senior, number 20, Delaney Gale. 6 foot and a senior, number 22, Lauren Bomar. Rounding out the starting lineup for South Central, 5'9" and a senior, number 24, Abby Tomlin. The head coach of the South Central Satellites, Ben Anderson. And now the starting lineup for the Fillies of Kouts. Olivia Miller, 5'6" and a sophomore, wearing number 30, first starter introduced in. Number 12, Emma Garavilla, 5'8" and a junior. Taylor Moyer, number 15, a 5'7" junior. Number 24, 5'11" and a junior, Allie Capuch. And rounding out the starting five for Kouts, 5'11" and a senior, number 10, Lindsay Kobza. Rob Kobza, the head coach for the Kouts Fillies. So South Central, 21-0, Gale, Bomar, Tomlin, Tolman, and Marks. Kouts, 15-5, Kobza, Garavilla, Moyer, Capuch, and Miller, and we are set to get this one underway. South Central wearing the road blacks, red numerals, red trim. Kouts in the home whites with gold and black, gold numerals, gold and black coloring in the uniforms as well. Tap one by the Fillies. Garavalia with the basketball, loses the dribble, needs some help. Tied up, and a turnover. Picked up by Tomlin. 1 against 3, thought better of trying anything, gonna bring it out and set up the offense. Gale with it. Sorry, that's Tolman. That's Gale, now Tolman. Now Tomlin. Three ball on the way, good, Lillian Tolman. 3-0 South Central.
Lillian Tolman, big shot there. First points on the board. You see Bomar's doing a good job of establishing position in the post, but even still able to knock down the three instead of feeding it into her. And that's what they're going to have options all night.
There's Moyer with it. Excuse me, not Moyer. It's a 3-ball from Capuch. That's no good. Garavalia with the rebound. Gives it back to Capuch.
Long rebounds will be key in this one if the three-point shooting persists. Garavalia with a big, long rebound there.
Pass inside to Kobza. Off the glass, it won't fall. There's Tomlin with the rebound. Down the floor, that's Gale. Tomlin wants a 3. That's off the iron, no good. Trying to save it and get the rebound, but couldn't. That was Marks. So it's out of bounds. It'll go to Kouts. 6:28. We played about a minute and a half. 3-0 South Central. Tomlin. Moyer with it to the top of the key, gives up the dribble. Capuch going to bring it to the top. Now try to go back left. Wanted to step back 3, but good defense right there. Wouldn't allow it. Now a reach in and a foul, and that's going against Olivia Marks. That'll be her first. It's out of bounds to the Fillies. Garavalia brings it in to Capuch. Dumped down low, shot up and good. Lindsay Kobza.
Kobza able to establish great position down there on the block and good patience there to wait for the other defender to clear out before making that pass, opening it up there for the 2.
Tomlin with it now. It's Gale. Tomlin takes it to the free throw line. 3 ball on the way from the left side. No good. Tolman. Rebound to the Phillies. That was Kobza that got that board, but this is Kouts with the basketball. Moyer. Garavalia. Man-to-man defense by the South Central Lady Satellites. Kouts in the lane. Garavalia wanted a jumper, couldn't. Put a shot up, she's fouled. She'll get a couple free throws.
Good take by Garavalia. Great job penetrating the defense and going up strong and drawing that foul.
Larry, you mentioned taking it strong. Going up with the right hand made all the difference there. She goes up with the left. Perhaps she doesn't get that foul, but able to go up with her right hand to absorb and draw some contact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lillian Tolman with her first foul, second team foul on South Central. First free throw is no good. One more coming. That's off the front of the iron, no good as well. Loose ball. Tomlin comes up with it. Gale for 3 from the right corner, drains it. That was no hesitation. She was ready to shoot on the catch and went right up with it.
She's a player, man. She's a difference maker on this South Central team.
Yeah, and the hardest 3 to stop in basketball is that transition 3. Excellent job. Hey, when Tomlin gets the ball, you know she's going to run more often than not.
Off the iron, no good by Kouts. There's Bomar with the rebound. And this is Tolman on the dribble up. Gale wants another 3. She's near the sideline, comes up a little short off the iron.
She's going to keep firing those too. She's done that this whole tournament. She's going to get the ball, and she's going to be ready to shoot. So if you leave her open, you're chancing a basket.
Shooters shoot, and she's a volume scorer at that.
Pass. Trying to get it inside, stolen by Gale. And here comes South Central the other way. Tomlin with it. 6-2 South Central as we approach the midway point of the first quarter. Now another turnover. Ball loose. Now some ladies on the floor. We've got a jump ball.
Good hustle there by Bomar after unable to retrieve the pass in there. That's a tough pass, though, to make from that angle. You almost want to perhaps get the ball to the corner and have Gale feed that post, but still a very difficult pass to make, but nonetheless, they get the jump ball.
Pass comes in. Gale has it. Step back. Left wing 3. Boom.
Kouts needs to get out and guard her at the perimeter there. If they continue to leave her wide open, she's going to hurt them bad.
6 points on 2 threes for Gale. Timeout Kouts. 3:49 remaining first quarter. 9-2 South Central. We'll take one with them. You're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel.
Since 1919, farming has truly been a Berkey family calling for generations. But it's not just a farm. There is much more for families to enjoy. The county market, with freezers full of homemade, home-raised products. The bakery, where pastries, donuts, and more are made daily. The coffee shop, with local roasted hot and cold coffee and espresso drinks. The restaurant and ice cream parlor. Stop in, you won't be disappointed. Berkey Family Farms, 205 South Main Street in Kouts, and on the web at berkeyfarms.com.
You're watching the PCC on the PCS channel. The 2022 Porter County Tournament presented by Berkey Family Farms and Kouts. Berkey Family Farms, where you'll find a county market, bakery, coffee house, restaurant, ice cream parlor, and more. Check out berkeyfarms.com. So 9-2 South Central. 3:49 remaining in this opening quarter here at Kouts.
Yeah, Delaney Gale, not even 5 minutes into this ball game, and she's already taken 3 threes, connected on 2 of them. And she's picking up right where she left off in that semifinal. In the fourth quarter, she was drilling threes, and that's what pulled them away ultimately.
We have an over and back violation, another turnover on Kouts. We talked about how crazy it would be in here with the large Kouts contingent with both genders playing for titles. Well, if there's one way to take the crowd out of it, it's knock down some threes and open up a lead early, and that's what South Central has done, guys.
Yeah, not only taking the Kouts crowd potentially out of it by getting some early scoring, but getting the South Central faithful fired up, and they travel outstandingly well.
We have a turnover and a double dribble.
This whole conference travels well.
True.
You know,
Absolutely.
I mean, there hasn't been a game yet over the 14 games we've done, or 13 now, where we haven't had a packed gym or good crowds.
Macy Sanders into the lineup for Kouts. Kouts gives it up to Moyer. And that's Kobza. Loses her footing. Ball is loose. Out of bounds, but last touched by a diving Delaney Gale, so it'll stay with Kouts. Pass in. Kobza had a tough time handling it, but able to get it. Trying to move down low against Bomar. Puts it up. That won't go. Gale with the board.
It was a great look. It was a good move. She just didn't finish. I actually like that shot by Kobza.
Shot, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Lillian Tolman. That'll be her second.
Great job of Kobza taking a charge there as well, getting back afterwards and getting her feet set. She was there waiting for her, and she drew the foul.
Her second, Tolman, that is. Team's third, Kate Welsh into the game for South Central. Tolman will have a seat. We saw a lot from Kate Welsh last night, and she played very well for South Central.
Yeah, especially down the stretch. Gave some really big key minutes in the semifinal.
Moyer takes it to the basket, puts it off the glass, it won't fall. Rebound there from Bomar. Gale going to bring it up this time. Going to give it up to Tomlin. She's going to pull up, put the shot up, partially blocked, ball loose. That's Gale with it. She's going to take a step back. Got it! Delaney Gale.
She's really feeling herself right now. Getting the long rebound. Step back, fade away, fall down, knock it down.
8 points already for Delaney Gale.
Give her a block as well.
Quickly the other way. Tomlin takes it to the basket, off the glass. She scores. Abby Tomlin with her first field goal. And it's 13-2 South Central.
This satellite team can run. They really, really enjoy capitalizing on the defensive end. It's something they've done all season long, which has led them to their undefeated record.
Kouts to the glass. That won't fall. Cobb's able to get it. Jumper in the lane. That's no good. And it's Gale with the rebound.
Gale padded the stat sheet, getting boards, getting a block there, another basket, shooting at a high clip, and she's shooting often.
Somebody told her we're going to award peak performer at the end of this game, and she says, I want my name gun attached to that. Of course, she thought about it again.
Yeah, she did.
She's out there.
She's
going to do it this time, puts it up off the iron. That's short. Board to the Phillies. Quickly the other way, no good.
Gale with another rebound.
Under a minute to play in this first quarter. Tomlin with the basketball. South Central with an 11-point advantage. I'd be content to just take the last shot unless they find something they really like within the offensive set.
Which they could, because Bomar is doing a very good job of trying to establish herself in the post there. The last time they tried to feed it from, perhaps not the most ideal angle, so you could get an opportunity with her one-on-one in the post. We'll see if that's something they look for.
Down to 25 seconds. That's Welsh with it. Tomlin. Welsh cuts. Tomlin gets her the ball, but no shot there, so she kicks it out. Gale for three. That's off. Long rebound goes out of bounds. It'll go to the Phillies.
Good hustle by Marks, but that one goes out, and the Phillies will have a chance here with 11.8 seconds.
Number 30, Sadie Marks in for South Central, and 31, Courtney Lockett is in for Kouts. Kouts, who has been scoreless in this opening quarter, trying to find some room. Bomar on her. Kouts decides to take it to the basket, and we get a blocking foul. Kouts going to go to the line to shoot a couple. Sadie Marks picks up a foul, her first, team fourth. First one good. One more coming. Second free throw off the back of the iron, no good. Tomlin throws it from three-quarter court, comes up short. That's the end of the first quarter. Your score, South Central 13, Kouts 3. You're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake?
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Welcome back as Berkey Family Farms presents Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel. It's coverage of the 2022 PCC Tournament right here on the Region Sports Network. Berkey Family Farms, more than just a farm. Visit berkeyfarms.com or call 219-766-3851. Berkey Family Farms in Kouts. With Mike Jamia and Larry Babcock, I'm Jerry Siska. 13-3 South Central as we get set to begin quarter number 2. And Mike, do we have some first quarter stats there?
Yeah, Kouts is only 1 for 10 from the floor right now, shooting 10%. That's easy math there, even for me. And South Central Satellites, 5 of 11, shooting 45.5%. Kouts, though, only 1 of 4 from free throws. South Central yet to attempt one. But Delaney Gale was the story in the first quarter. She's 3 of 6, 2 of 5 from 3, and she is looking outstanding early, and she's going to probably continue to look for her shot.
Kouts is going to have to go to the left hand, can't find space to get the shot off, and there's Sadie Marks with the board for South Central. It was a big quarter right here for the Phillies on their home floor. They've got to cut into this deficit before half. Start getting some shots to fall. Because right now, South Central with a good quarter threatens to run away with this. There's a jumper by Marks, no good. Garavalia with the rebound. This is Capuch. Down low, Kobza. Kobza needs help. Gets it to Moyer. Moyer going to take a step back three at the top of the key. That's too strong. Ball batted around. Kobza able to get it. Throws it up. No good, but she's fouled.
Kobza's really working hard down there. She's got a tough task with this South Central Satellites front court, but doing a very good job so far, but it's just not a whole lot to show for it as they're 1 for 4 from the free throw line, so they're going to have to increase that percentage here. Water's going to have to find its level.
Kobza's first free throw is good. Cassidy Ryan into the game for Kouts. The foul was on Lauren Bomar, her first team fifth for South Central. One more coming for Kobza. Up, and that's off the back of the iron. Tapped around. Rebound comes down to Bomar. Quickly the other way, South Central and Tomlin. On the inside, up off the glass, that's no good. There's Ryan with the board. Comes in and immediately makes something happen.
Yeah, Ryan, a spark plug off the bench, a lot of energy in the semifinals. She was all over the floor.
Ravalia for 3. She tried to bank it home. It won't go. We've got a whistle and a foul. Push off, and it's going against Kouts. Courtney Lockett picks up the foul, her first. First team on Kouts in the half. 6:08 to play, 13-4 South Central. Dribble drive, that's Welsh, and her pass is stolen.
Great interception there by Gavalia. Able to get into the passing lane, anticipating that pass coming after the pivot before the pass was made.
Double dribble on Ryan. The pass was too long, Larry. She did a great job of saving it, but forgot that she bounced it once as she gained control. Then when she looked to do something, she dribbled it again.
Yeah, you could just see that she had gotten lost in the game right there.
We've got a full timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 5:50 remaining in the first half. South Central 13, Kouts 4. You're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Welcome back as Berkey Family Farms and Kouts presents RSN Game Night coverage of the 2022 PCC Tournament. It's the PCC on the PCS channel. It's right here on the Region Sports Network. Thank you to Berkey Family Farms. I'm laughing, Mike, because Nate is trying to let me know when it's time. He's got his hand up like that, and I'm looking at him, and I'm just holding my hand up like, well, hi to you too, Nate. And he's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? Don't worry, Nate. I get crazier as the night goes on. All right, it'll be South Central basketball following the timeout. 13-4 Satellites. 5:45 remaining in the first half. That's Gale. Gale tries to go inside, is able to get the pass in there. Field goal for Olivia Marks.
Olivia Marks found a mismatch there, able to post up Cassidy Ryan. That is a 7-inch difference, as Olivia Marks is 5'9", and Cassidy Ryan standing at a very tall 5'2".
Capuch. Still no field goals for Allie Capuch in this one. There's Lockett. Capuch.
Good flash there by Gavalia. Did not get the ball in the post, so she'll reset, perhaps getting the ball here on a reversal. Actually, she'll fly around to the top of the key. It's a good draft drive there, just unable to get the score, but way to stick with it.
Ball knocked around. Finally, Tomlin comes up with it, and there's a whistle and a foul, and that's going to go, I believe, against Courtney Lockett. It will. That's her second. Lockett played some good minutes in the game last night as well, but we did see she was prone to picking up fouls very quickly when she got into the game. Same has happened here. She's picked up 2 quick ones. 2 team fouls on Kouts as well. Kouts just 1 field goal and 2 free throws in this one. Tomlin for 3, top of the key. It's off to the left side. Chased down for the rebound, and there's Kobza. She lost the handle. Ryan picked it up, gave it to Capuch, and she brings it across the timeline. Capuch with Tomlin on her. She stepped back, put up a 3. No. Knocked around on the floor. Timeout called by South Central when Lauren Bomar was able to grab it. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here.
It looked for a second Courtney Lockett was going to secure that rebound, but Lauren Bomar hitting the deck there for the Satellites. And so it's the effort, and not just effort, but it's the tenacity as well by the Satellites team in the front court. And on both ends of the floor, as we see it, like you mentioned, only 1 field goal for the Phillies so far, and a pair of free throws as well.
Stay with us after the game as we name tonight's peak performers, celebrating the best performances on the court for both teams. And also stay with us after the game when we'll name the play of the game. It's presented by IKORCC. It's the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. Larry, your thoughts? His first thought is, I'm hungry. How much longer is it?
No. Kouts just needs to settle in. They're only trailing 11. They're still in this game. They just need to settle in and hit some shots. If they make some baskets, hit some free throws, they're going to be right back in this game.
Yeah, they're not playing poorly. They haven't hit shots. They've had some opportunities. But their defense has not allowed South Central to open this game up and pull away. So you're right. There's still a long way to go as we're at the midway point of the second quarter. Here's a 3-ball. That's no good. They've done a nice job rebounding defensively and allowing South Central just 1 try.
And they got to play under control, too, on the offensive end.
Kouts a long three, hits it. Allie Kouts.
That's a big three for Kouts.
Kouts needs her to start scoring a little bit. Once she starts scoring, the rest is going to fall into place.
And she was out there on that shot to create the space she needed to get the shot off. Pass deflected, but Gale gets it, puts up a three. That's no good. And on the rebound, there's a foul coming against South Central.
And South Central starting to hit a cold streak here. We talk about this as a game of runs, and South Central's kind of on that run of not getting the ball in the hole, which is almost what hurt them yesterday, too. They had this stretch a lot yesterday where they couldn't score.
Yeah, they went through a big stretch yesterday where they're shooting only, I think, like 20-something% for most of the game, and then able to get it done in the fourth quarter. So when you catch them in a drought, you're going to have to capitalize. But Tomlin there with the steal.
Tomlin to the basket, gets the layup to fall, and she was fouled. Cassidy Ryan picks up the foul for Kouts, her first, team third. On the previous possession, it was Lauren Bomar who picked up her second foul for South Central. That was the team's sixth. Tomlin unable to complete the three-point play, but she gets her own rebound.
You can't give South Central second chance opportunities.
Tomlin wants that three and hits it.
And that's why right there. You give South Central a second chance and let them get an offensive rebound, they're going to score, and they're going to make you pay for that.
Down to Lockett. Spin move, puts it off the glass. Too strong. There's Gale with another rebound, Mike.
Yeah, another rebound by Gale. Lockett had an opportunity. Probably should have just went up with it after that first fake, but instead she, tried to go all the way and didn't give herself the best opportunity there. She just kind of went right into that wall of the defense. Great job, though, by the Satellites in the front court defensively as well. Kudos to them.
Cassidy Ryan picks up her second foul for Kouts, team's fourth. Olivia Marks couldn't get the shot to fall, but she'll get 2 free throws. She hits the first. Moyer back into the game for Kouts. Second free throw by Marks. Good.
Yeah, along with Miller, so you're going to have to try to get some opportunities to dial up some long-range shots here. You're going to need it. You're going to need to take a genuine risk here.
Now, Larry, we were talking about South Central not blowing this open. It was an 11-point game. Kouts hit the three, but all of a sudden we're at 15 now.
Right. Yeah, and Kouts hit that three and got it to 8. And then now we're at 15 because, again, Kouts is allowing South Central to get those rebounds and get those second opportunities and sometimes even third opportunities to score. So they got to do a better job boxing out and limit how many touches South Central gets on the ball.
So the foul there was on Olivia Marks, her second. Free throw there by Kobza is no good. 7th team foul on South Central. I didn't catch who checked back into the game. That's who it was. Tolman goes inside. Foul as Bomar tries to go up for the shot. Nope, traveling call.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's definitely a good call. I mentioned that the Kouts Fillies might have to take a genuine risk here. That for those of you guys and for all you horse racing fans, a genuine risk was one of 3 fillies to win the Kentucky Derby. That one in 1980. So
that is nice, Mike.
Yeah,
well
done. We're gonna have some fun.
There's a great entry pass, but it was Kobza who hit the layup. Welsh looking for help, gets it from Tomlin. To the inside, here's Bomar to the glass, off the glass and in. Lauren Bomar with her first field goal. 24-7. Kouts for 3, it's too strong. Tolman the board, she's going to bring it up herself down the right side of the floor. Gives it up to Welsh. Tomlin, Welsh, Tolman. 3 from the corner, that's good.
Got to get out on shooters, plain and simple. It's now a 20-point ball game. You have to get out on shooters. You have to box out. Got to get a good closeout. Got to get a good touch. You got to make sure that you keep these defenders. You have to make these shooters dribblers. You have to. Get a good closeout, get a touch on the hip, make them put the ball on the deck. Unable to do so, and they're paying for it.
Allie Kouts with the spin move and off the glass and in.
And Kouts just stopped that 12-0 run that South Central had right there.
Pass out. Tolman thought about the 3, gives it up. Tomlin will take it. Off the iron, no good. Batted around Ryan with it. Under a minute to play in the first half. 27-9 South Central. Here come the Phillies. Kouts at the free throw line. Here's Kouts with it. And a whistle and a foul.
You know, Kouts needs to do a better job when she's there at the elbow of not turning into that double team. She almost lost the ball because she turned into the double team instead of away from it. And you'd like to see her be a little bit more court aware of where those defensive players are.
So Allie Kouts shoot 1 and 1. That foul was on Delaney Gale. Her first, team's 8th. Kouts hits the free throw. She'll get another one. Good as well. So it's 27-11. Across the half-court line is Tomlin. Gale. To Tomlin. Welch. Gale tries to go inside, marks. Welch. Gale, long three, no. And that's the end of the first half. 16 minutes in the books in the PCC girls title game. And it's South Central 27 and Kouts 11. You're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
Welcome back to the Porter County Conference Tournament. We are watching the championship cheer team for the conference in the Westville Blackhawks. They are performing right now here at halftime, and they are the 2022 championship cheer team for the conference. Congratulations to the Westville Blackhawks cheer team on being the 2022 conference champions. I believe that's back-to-back for them. I believe they won it last year as well.
And now at this time, we would like to recognize our all PCC All-Conference cheer
So they are now introducing the all-conference cheer team members.
And once again, at this time, we'd like to recognize our PCC all-conference cheer team members. We will start off with the Boone Grove Wolves of Cynthia Jones and Olivia Kogan.
So from Boone Grove, you have Cynthia Jones and Olivia Cacone. From Hebron, you have Jillian Adamczyk and Ashley Smith. From Kouts, you have Kayla Lockett and Aubrey Lundquist. From lacrosse, you have Topanga Saunders and Martina Helzora. Morgan Township, Katie Chapman and Lauren Gorel. From South Central, Riley Kopke and Destiny Atwood. From Washington Township, Morgan Williamson and Kaylee Nover. And finally from Westville, Samantha Wright and Emily Odell. And that is your all-conference cheer team for 2022. They are now announcing the winners of the jump contest and the tumbling contest for 2022. The 2022 jump contest winner is Bryn Frankovich from Hebron High School. And the 2022 tumbling contest winner is Macy Grieger from Morgan Township High School. Congratulations to all. Once again, one of the many great things, Jerry, about the Porter County Conference, it's not just basketball that they recognize. They recognize cheer, dance, tumbling, jump, the cheer blocks, spirit awards. That's what makes this tournament so great and so successful.
So many of the things that are a big part of the high school experience. And then the way that the tournament brings the student body and the community together in one place for a common goal to root on your team with sportsmanship and class. And it's just phenomenal. I just absolutely enjoy being here. It is just phenomenal. It's the second time I've had a chance to cover this, and it's a great thing.
I think we're going to send it down to Matt. Matt down, he's with, I believe that's a South Central cheer coach for a interview.
That is Mike Jamia down there at half court.
Awesome. It is loud in this gym, and that makes me happy.
Absolutely. What was the preparation like coming into this week's tournament for your team?
We start preparing for PCC at Thanksgiving time. When we decide on our theme for the week, we start writing our cheer, choreographing it, and then as soon as we hit Christmas break, it's like go time. We get all the motions together, we get everything ready, we prepare all of the new kids for how crazy this week is going to be, and thankfully for us, we've been able to last all week with our girls' sticks, so it's been amazing.
That's outstanding. One thing I noticed is that you had a couple of your girls accept all conference award winners. How special is it to be recognized at halftime of a game where the South Central Satellites are in the championship as well?
It's amazing because especially for cheer team, something that's kind of like making me recognize something in front of our whole community. So the fact that we're playing tonight and they got recognized for that was just really something awesome for them to remember.
Absolutely awesome and very special. Thank you so much for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Mike. And we are at halftime of the girls' PCC championship game. With South Central leading Kouts 27-11. Let's go through some numbers real quickly, Larry, and then we'll take a break to get ready for the third quarter. For South Central, they were led in scoring in the first half by Delaney Gale with 8. Abby Tomlin had 7. Lillian Tolman had 6. Olivia Marks had 4. And Lauren Bomar had 2. It's good balanced scoring for South Central right there, Larry.
Yeah, definitely is. And, again, South Central needs to keep that balanced attack going. They're showing why they're the number 1 team in the state in 2A.
Allie Capuch leads Kouts with 8 points. And Lindsay Cobson with 3, the only 2 young ladies that scored for Kouts in the first half. Some shooting numbers for South Central, 10 of 23 from the floor for 43%, 5 of 16 from threes for 31%, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line for 67%. For Kouts, just 3 of 20 from the floor, 15%, 1 of 7 from 3 for 14%, and 4 of 9 from the free throw line, 44%. So those are some of the numbers from the first half. It's South Central 27, Kouts 11. We're going to take a break. Back with second half action right after this. You're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake?
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Welcome back as Berkey Family Farms and Kouts presents Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel. It is coverage of the 2022 Porter County Conference Tournament right here on the Region Sports Network. Berkey Family Farms, where you'll find a county market, bakery, coffee house, restaurant, ice cream parlor, and more. Check out BerkeyFarms.com. Along with Mike Jamia and Larry Babcock, I'm Jerry Siska back with you here at Kouts High School. Nice job on the interview there at halftime, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of fun. I think Coach Erickson makes a really good point about the fact that, the recognition for the cheer teams here in the PCC is something that needs to be widely recognized. That's what this tournament's about. It's about the pageantry. It's about the history.
And this plays a huge part of it. You know, these people are getting their programs tonight, and when they open it up, they're not only just going to see the tournament history, they're going to see the history of the keg, but they're also going to see the history of the Spirit Award winners, talking about cheerleading, the cheer block, pom, and dance. So an outstanding evening all around.
So South Central gets the basketball to begin the third quarter. Gale, Bomar, Tomlin, Tolman, and Marks, the original starting five on the floor. For Kouts, Kobza, Garavalia, Moyer, Capuch, and Miller on the floor. This is a key quarter, Larry, for Kouts. They need to cut into the 16-point deficit before we get to the final 8.
Yeah, they definitely have to put some points on the board and, you know, cut into this lead here. They just got to shoot better. They didn't shoot all that great in the first half. I think if they start hitting some shots, their defense will cover, and they'll be all right.
Shot no good. Rebound created a loose ball. Tomlin now is taking it in the lane with the left hand, scores it. Abby Tomlin. So it's 29-11. Garavalia. That's Moyer down to the low post. Capuch with the right hand. Leaves it well short of the rim. Battle for the rebound. We have a jump ball. It'll go to Kouts. Don't forget, more action coming your way on the PCS channel. It'll be Kouts and Westville in the boys' title game a little later this evening. Inbounds. Kobza to Capuch. Good job by Tomlin not allowing that three. She read what was coming all the way. Garavalia trying to get a shot up. Worked hard and created a foul situation. Lillian Tolman going to pick for third.
It was a good take. I mean, you know, South Central's not giving anything down in the post. And Garavalia did a nice job of positioning herself to draw that foul.
So she'll get 2 free throws. Emma's first one, no good. She's 0 of 3 from the line so far tonight.
And again, we talked about it, and as you saw in the second semifinal of the boys, Westville hit every free throw until the fourth quarter, and they ended up winning by 3. Free throws are so important in this tournament.
Second free throw is good as she splits the pair. It's 29-12. Tolman puts a shot up. Good. Excuse me, that was Gale.
Gale's a big-time shooter, and she's showing it in this tournament all throughout, and no bigger performance so far for her in the tournament than this championship game thus far.
Marks got the rebound of a missed shot. Gale, a terrific pass to Olivia Marks for the field goal.
Getting it done in all facets of the game, facilitating, scoring, defending, rebounding, blocking shots all over the place is Gale.
But you know how she could tell that is here's another turnover first. Olivia Marks with the left hand, she scores.
Satellites are running.
On that previous possession, Gale likes to shoot a lot, but did you notice her eyes recognized what was coming? She never got herself in a shooting position. She was ready to make that bounce pass once that opening was there.
Absolutely. She saw 2-on-1, and she's just like, hey, this is easy money right here. Satellites are reaching a higher orbit.
I got that. That was good.
We're having fun.
We are. You go for it, man. Here's a turnover and a foul. Lindsay Kobza going to pick it up her first. Team's first in the second half. And Larry, that foul right there almost looked like just frustration.
Yeah, Kouts is very frustrated right now. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've seen a Kouts Filles team only score 12 points in 2.5 quarters of basketball. It's been a very, very long time. And as good as this Kouts team is, they're just not playing that complete game.
Abby Tomlin for 3. Tomlin now with 12 in the game. It's a 26-point lead. Timeout Kouts. It's full timeout. We'll take one with them. 38-12 South Central, 5:06 left in the third. You're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake?
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strack and Van Til. Now you know.
Stay with us after the game as we name tonight's peak performers, celebrating the best performances on the court for both teams. You're watching the PCC on the PCS channel. It's the 2022 Porter County Conference Tournament presented by Berkey Family Farms and Kouts. More than just a farm, visit BerkeyFarms.com or call 219-766-3851. Berkey Family Farms in Kouts. 26-point lead now for the Lady Satellites of South Central. As they have outscored Kouts 11-1 in the first 3 minutes of this third quarter. Ball into Kobza. Or that's Moyer, excuse me. There's Sanders who's into the game now. Turn around, Kouts, that's no good. She's had a tough time with her shot tonight.
Yeah, they're just not scoring like we're used to seeing them score.
Give Abby Tomlin a lot of credit, though, defensively, that Kouts is struggling. There's a great pickup. Look, Marks couldn't finish. Bomar couldn't finish, but a foul.
Outstanding vision by Gale, able to fire a pass from the volleyball line to the left block across the court. Unable to come away with the basket, but still a trip to the line. And like you mentioned, Larry, we talk about free throws, and they're an incredibly important aspect here in this tournament.
Lauren Bomar.
She makes the first.
She'll have one more. Foul was on Emma Garavilla, her first. Second free throw, good.
You know, and not taking anything away from South Central, guys, but I think if Kouts is playing a better game and they're finishing their shots, this game is a lot closer than 18 points or 28 points, sorry.
I agree.
Kouts gets that shot to fall.
Yeah, what you see is that, let's say that even, you know, you can't just say, oh, yeah, you know, they make these shots. No, you can't, because if they make these shots, then these runs don't happen necessarily, right? It's momentum swings that we see in this game, especially in a championship game, in a packed house. You got both cheer blocks going. Those baskets, you make a few of those, it makes a huge difference. So, Larry, you're absolutely right.
And listen, not taking anything away from South Central.
No, not at all, because there's a reason why they haven't made a lot of these shots, right?
I mean, South Central's showing exactly why they're number one in the state right now.
Tolman, a terrific pass inside to Marks, but she couldn't finish the shot. Stolen away there by Bomar, but she couldn't finish. Down the floor, shot blocked, but out of bounds.
Great pass by Kouts, but Delaney Gale once again, always being near the ball. Great job of getting back on defense, getting a block there. Keeping it here, though, are the Phillies.
Kouts into Kobza. Kobza going to take it in the lane, wants a spin move. Now a nice move, and scores it.
That's a good move. She worked hard for those points. That was a great move, and again, they got to do that. They have to finish those shots. What I'm seeing on the Kouts now that I haven't seen all week is they're panicking with the basketball. They're not staying poised. They're not playing under control. They're panicking, and it could be the big game environment. It could be they're playing South Central and they want to win. But they got to stay poised with the basketball and finish shots.
Bomar dribbles it in, loses the handle, but it's picked up by Olivia Marks. To Tomlin. South Central resets. 3 minutes remaining, third quarter. 40-16, South Central. To the basket, Bomar, and she's fouled. Lauren Bomar going to go to the line to shoot a couple. Fouls on Macy Sanders, her first. Team third. First free throw by Bomar, good. Kate Welsh back into the game as Olivia Marks will have a seat. Second free throw, that's long. Kobza with the rebound, and here come the Phillies. Moyer with it. Kobza, just outside the right elbow. She's going to take it with the left hand, and she is fouled. Lindsay Kobza is going to go to the line to shoot a couple.
This South Central Satellites team is showing everyone why they're the number one team. And we talk about how they're playing for a championship, yes. But one thing we haven't mentioned, I don't think often enough, and it gets a little overlooked here, is that they're playing for the Victory Cup as well. And that cup looks like it may not be changing paint colors after this one. And those paint colors, the red and the black, and all that, those are winning colors. Just to let you know, that is the second of the Phillies that I mentioned that won the Kentucky Derby. The winning colors, the most recent one in 1988. Winning colors.
Allie Capuch off the missed free throw, hits the three. 41-20.
You're full of useless facts in a basketball game. You know that?
Yeah, but they all work. They kill time. We can't talk forever.
Hey, it's a 21-point game.
I like it.
And we got the Phillies here at home. 50 years ago, the Phillies were the first girls team to win the PCC tournament. So we're going to talk about Phillies tonight. We mentioned Genuine Risk, the winner in 1980 of the Kentucky Derby, winning colors in 1988. There will also be one more Philly that won the Kentucky Derby mentioned later in this game. Stay tuned for that one.
Oh, the excitement is just overwhelming.
Give you something to look forward to in a game like this.
30-second timeout by South Central. 2:04 remaining in the third. 41-20. Satellites, stay with us after the game. When we won't be talking about Phillies, we'll be naming the play of the game. It's presented by IKORCC. Learn more at IKORCC.com. The Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. There wasn't a horse of any type named Carpenter or anything, was there?
I'm gonna cover up the third one that we got listed tonight. So
okay,
the three Phillies that have won the Kentucky Derby, folks. Go ahead, and if you feel like you know who that third Philly is that hasn't been mentioned tonight, get on the Facebook page, get in the comments, let us know. We'll give you a shout-out, perhaps. But winning colors, those are the most recent Philly to win the Kentucky Derby in 1988. Before that, Genuine Risk. Those are two of the three. One left to be mentioned in tonight's broadcast.
A possible shout-out. That's the best we can do. We have no prizes because Mike didn't tell us he was coming with all this Philly information tonight.
Well, we know if we ever cover horse racing, who our play-by-play is.
We got it. He's got it covered. Gale for three. No. Rebound to the Phillies. And here comes Capuch. That's Cobes. That was Moyer, I believe, for three. And then she's fouled on the rebound attempt. .44, Kate Welsh picking up her first. Third team on South Central. Lillian Tolman back in for South Central. Gale take a break. Ball comes in. Moyer has it. Sanders. Moyer. She dribble drives the lane. Spin move, and Moyer's fouled. Taylor Moyer is going to get a couple of free throws. Olivia Marks will pick up her third for South Central. First free throw by Moyer is no good off the iron. She'll get one more. Moyer's second free throw is up and good, so she splits the pair. 41-21 the score.
They're
both working on horse racing stuff right now.
Mike,
so.
we got a couple that have commented in that the horses regret.
Guys, see, look,
He was waiting for that.
Yeah, I was going to give them the shout-out after we tied it into the broadcast. So we tied in winning colors when talking about the Victory Cup. We talked about Genuine Risk, and that's something that the Kouts Filles had done. And I guess the last thing to mention is the fact that in a game like this, in a 20-point game, you're never guaranteed to ever reach another championship in the PCC. Nothing is guaranteed, and so you cannot leave this game with any regret. You cannot leave this game with any regret. Do they know the year? Did they comment the year?
They did not. But,
okay.
But kudos to Chuck Harville and Jeremiah Kozup for getting that up for us. They did not put the year, but I have a feeling if they're still listening, that year may pop up on
Oh,
there.
absolutely, I'm sure. Thank you, Chuck, and thank you, Jeremiah, for listening and tuning in.
Kate Welsh had picked up the foul for South Central. There's a couple missed shots. Now a third, but a whistle and a foul.
Now, we can't, as a broadcasters, by the way, we don't have access to the Facebook comments, so we kind of got to do some running around here. Just an FYI for all you people at home. Like, it's not easy. We got Nathan Laird, the coordinating producer. He's back there. So, I'm not sure if it's commented yet. I can't see it. I don't have eyes on it, but I'm going to give you the year soon.
1915.
I was going to wait till 19 seconds on the clock. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Laird. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, man. I'm here to burst bubbles.
Folks, I hope you're enjoying the basketball game that you're watching on the video stream while these two talk about horse racing. And there's a whistle and a foul.
If that whistle would have came at 19.5 seconds, I would have lost my mind, but it came at 23.1?
I'm standing in between you guys. Just please don't fight.
Yeah, so
No, never.
No. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching and listening here, the Kouts Filles here playing for a PCC championship. 50 years ago, the Kouts Filles were the first team to win the PCC girls tournament, and we've been talking about Fillies. So there have been 3 Fillies to win the Kentucky Derby. Regret the first one in 1915, then Genuine Risk in 1980, and Winning Colors in 1988. So if there's anything you walk away with, it's a little bit of trivial knowledge.
Marks hits both free throws, and it's 43-21, a 22-point lead for South Central as we're in the final 15 seconds of the third quarter. That's Olivia Miller. Jumper, that's no good. Rebound to Tomlin. 5 seconds. She's going to quickly bring it across the half-court line and toss it up. Banks it. Doesn't fall. That's the end of the third quarter. After 3 here at Kouts, it's South Central 43, Kouts 21. You're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel.
Since 1919, farming has truly been a Berkey family calling for generations. But it's not just a farm. There is much more for families to enjoy. The county market, with freezers full of homemade, home-raised products. The bakery, where pastries, donuts, and more are made daily. The coffee shop, with local roasted hot and cold coffee and espresso drinks. The restaurant and ice cream parlor. Stop in, you won't be disappointed. Berkey Family Farms, 205 South Main Street in Kouts, and on the web at berkeyfarms.com.
Welcome back as Berkey Family Farms in Kouts presents Game Night of the PCC on the Porter County Sports Channel. It is coverage of the 2022 Porter County Conference Tournament right here on the Region Sports Network. Berkey Family Farms, generations of family tradition since 1919. Visit berkeyfarms.com to find out more. So we get set to begin the fourth quarter of action here at Kouts High School. Don't forget, we have a boys championship game coming up after this one. It'll be the Kouts Mustangs and the Westville Blackhawks. First, another quarter to play here in the girls' title game. South Central with the ball in the lead at 43-21. There's Bomar with it. Gives it up to Welsh. We're on the far side. That's Gale, who entered the game at the start of the quarter. Tolman with it. There's Bomar. Bomar had us to be called for the foul there. Nope, jump ball. Thought I saw Bomar actually throw her elbow out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're just saying.
90% of being an official is not thinking there, Mr. Siska. And since you thought, you're probably wrong.
I actually am not. Go back to the video. There's a pass by Ryan. I was just trying to say it as kindly as possible. There's a shot by Capuch. It's good.
Way to step into one there by Capuch. You love to see it here in the fourth quarter, 40 seconds into it.
She has 15 in this one after starting out very slowly scoring.
Yeah, and Kouts, coming into the fourth quarter, they're shooting 6 for 31. That's 19.4% from the field.
Well, it goes back to what both of you gentlemen were talking about in the third quarter. Nothing against South Central, but this game would be a lot closer if Kouts had finished a lot of these shots. And it's not like every one of them was long range.
No.
They have missed a lot of good looks near the rim.
I mean, they're not even shooting 50% from the free throw line as well, so they've missed kind of all over, and that's kind of been the story in this one, as well as the South Central Satellites, stepping up in a championship game and showing why they're number one, too. That's also been the story in this one as well.
Lauren Bomar with the field goal, 45-23, 6.5 minutes to play.
South Central's doing a really good job of breaking that zone. They're letting their offense set up. They're finding the player flashing down on the baseline. They're doing a nice job breaking that.
It's a full timeout?
Full timeout.
Well, I had them using their 3 fulls already. We'll take a break.
It's a 30. They just changed it to a 30.
Okay, that's what I thought. I only had them for 30. So we'll keep it right here with 6:27 remaining. And it's 45-23 South Central. Yeah, I had them using all 3 fulls already. So I have Kouts with just 1 timeout remaining. It's a 30. And I have South Central with all 3 fulls. I don't think we'll be seeing them using them, but
you never know.
Well, I mentioned it in the first quarter when South Central got off to the quick start. One way to take a crowd out of the game, and there was a definitive Kouts home court crowd here, get off to a good start, get off to a big lead. As we were quiet there for just a moment, all the energy that we have felt in the gyms all week long is just really very quiet and dead in here right now.
Yeah,
South Central did exactly that. They took the crowd out of the game.
Yeah, but the South Central faithful and this South Central student section, man, they're loud. They're making up for it.
Emma Garavaglia with the field goal. 2. And we've got a double dribble. And a turnover. And here comes Tomlin. Tolman will have a seat. So barring something completely unexpected, South Central will go into the final week of the regular season unbeaten as the number 1 team in the state in 2A. And they will find out tomorrow who they will play in the sectionals, as the draw will take place in Indianapolis tomorrow for the girls' tournament. 3-pointer no good. Tomlin with another board. Larry, a little bit. Anything that you know about the 2A sectional that South Central will participate in?
Yeah, they go down to Rensselaer, so they'll see Westville, they'll see Boone Grove, Hebron, Rensselaer. I believe North Judson's in that sectional. It's an 8-team sectional. Rensselaer is going to be tough to beat on their home court, that's for sure. South Central can't overlook anybody. But yeah, that's the sectional that they'll be in down at Rensselaer Central.
They'll find out tomorrow who it is that they will play in the opening round and what the path to the title will be. 45-27 after Kobza had a steal and a layup there for Kouts. Tomlin with it.
I see Coach Megan Gooden from Hebron. She's watching. She's in that sectional as well.
There's a steal. And lost and picked up by Marks. Marks 1 against 4, so she's going to bring it back out and give it up to Tomlin.
Yeah, with under 5 minutes to go here, I want to talk to the people on Facebook, okay? So I got some trivia. I got a trivia question for you folks at home. So in 1924 was when the Porter County tournament began for the boys, obviously, because they've been in their 99th season, 99th anniversary of it. It was a 10-team tournament, okay? The original teams were Boone Grove, Chesterton, Hebron, Jackson Township, Kouts, Liberty Township, Morgan Township, Portage, Washington Township, and Wheeler. So there were 2 teams that withdrew from the competition following the 1958 tournament. Who are those 2 schools? They were mentioned as one of the original teams. So 2 withdrew from competition following the 1958 tournament. If we can get anyone in the comments with those 2 teams, guys checking the Facebook, please let me know.
Allie Capuch with that last field goal for Kouts. 45-29, a 16-point game for South Central as we hit the midway point of the fourth quarter.
Some of us that played in the conference, back in when it, in the 80s and 90s, we talked about how this tournament used to be held at Valparaiso High School.
I remember those days.
And we used to pack in Valparaiso High School. And for a bunch of small schools playing at Valpo High, that was a big deal. That was a big gym to us because we didn't play in those big gyms.
Okay. We have. I got eyes on the comments right now.
Olivia Marks hits the free throw.
Chuck Harville just commented one of them, and he commented Chesterton. That is correct. There's one more. I'll give you a hint. Current DAC school.
Oh, well, okay.
hold on. Current DAC school. Their colors are red and black. Red and black. So Chesterton is correct, and there's one more that also withdrew following the 1958 tournament.
Foul on number 22 for South Central. That's Lauren Bomar, her fourth. Macy Sanders is at the line to shoot 2 for Kouts.
All right, John Carr's got it in here. Portage. So Chesterton and Portage were the two teams following the 1958 tournament that, due to their growth, withdrew from competition from the PCC tournament. What happened in January 31st of that year, 1958, check this, we're going to tie it into the broadcast. Explorer 1 was the first successfully launched satellite by the United States. So the South Central Satellites here with a commanding lead in the fourth quarter. So there's your trivia, folks. Thank you for tuning in tonight, all you viewers on Facebook.com and regionsports.com.
I'm done. I have nothing more to add to this. I am so out of my element with this trivia right now. Yeah, okay, guys. Well, good night, everybody. We've got a timeout. It's a full timeout. We're going to take one as well. 3:52 left. South Central, 47-29. You're watching Game Night on the PC.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
You're watching the game. We're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel. You're watching coverage of the 2022 Porter County Conference Tournament presented by Berkey Family Farms and Kouts. Berkey Family Farms, generations of family traditions since 1919. Visit berkeyfarms.com to find out more. Along with Mike Jamia and Larry Babcock, Jerry Sisko with you. We're here at Kouts High School. 3:52 remaining in the girls' championship game. South Central with a 47-29 lead.
And Mike, we were talking on the break, John Carr, who commented on Portage. John is actually with IKORCC, one of our sponsors, and his son was a great standout basketball player at South Central who's now playing Division I football at Northern Illinois University.
Wow. John, thank you so much, and thank you for the sponsorship here. Jerry, you want to give him a read shout out real quick?
IKORCC, they present the play of the game for all of our broadcasts. That's the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters Training, Professionalism, and Partnership for Economic Development. And that field goal was scored by?
South Central.
Yeah, I know. I got that part. I saw the extra 2 points on the scoreboard. 40, that was Olivia Marks.
Yeah. The numerals with the dark numerals and the dark jersey is difficult to see from this corner,
Thank you, Nate. I'm glad you're paying attention to the basketball game.
Yeah, but he's paying attention from the screen. He's got it a lot easier than us when it comes to the numerals.
So here's Kate Welsh. 49-29 your score as we hit the 3-minute mark. Yeah, I think sometimes when folks at home watch on the video screen, I don't know if they can totally tell, but that deep dark red against the black and the gold against the white, especially where we're located in the balcony here in our broadcast area, there's certain spots on the floor, it's just, forget it. Those numbers blend into the jerseys.
That's just a sign you're getting old.
Well, I am. I admit it. The foul there is on Lindsay Kobza, her second. And that's Gale at the free throw line for South Central. Misses the free throw. It was a 1 in bonus. And up and in by Lillian Tolman. She was able to get the rebound, loose ball, and put it up and score it. 51-29, 2:40 remaining. Capuch, entry pass, shot up. That's no good. And Lindsay Kobza is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Foul on 33, Lillian Tolman, her 4th. First free throw up, and that is no good. A lot of missed free throws by Kouts tonight. Not enough attempts that really put them in kind of a position to get the lead in this one, but certainly to have made the game a lot closer.
Sure, absolutely. And it's one of those things where there's a lot of things that didn't go quite as planned. But it's one of those things where championship games bring out, some great moments for some very special players in South Central Satellites. Credit to them. They are chock full of them.
There's a pass stolen by Capuch after it was tipped. She's going to go up ahead.
Gale with another steal.
Moyer should have just took that with the left hand of the hole.
Yeah, Gale with another steal. It's just, they're all over the place, the Satellites team. Credit to them. After a game like they had in the semifinal, where they struggled for 3 quarters, and being able to rally back and come away victorious in that semifinal, that must have awakened them in some sort of way, as they've been just dominant in this game.
Gale hits the first free throw. She'll get another. Look, guys, if we have 2:15 left, we've talked about the fact the tournament is just a week away. Let's talk a little bit about Kouts. No,
Sure.
It didn't go well for them tonight as Gale hits the second free throw. But this will be only their 6th loss of the season. They are state ranked. They play in 1A. And of the 6 losses, they've lost twice now to South Central. This is a very good basketball team, as we saw last night and we have seen this week. And they're going to make some noise when the tournament begins in a little over a week.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, they play down at Morgan Township, so it's a close drive, just 5-6 miles down the road. And honestly, I got to believe that they're probably one of the favorites to come out of that sectional. That's a 7-team sectional with 21st Century. You got Michigan City Marquette's in that, Kouts, Washington, Morgan, Gary 21st, Hammond Science Academy, and Covenant Christian. Again, Covenant Christian and Washington Township and Morgan, they're all good programs. I think that sectional is pretty wide open, honestly. But, yes, they have a legitimate shot to make a run in that sectional.
And, again, they will also find out their opening round opponent and the path to the title tomorrow when the IHSA draws the girls basketball tournament in Indianapolis. 53-31 as we're playing the final minute 50. And South Central will defend their championship that they had won last year. Gale with it. Gives it up to that was Tomlin, who now gives it up to Marks. Tomlin has it back. Here's steal from the blind side. Marks has it. Marks on the dribble as they do a weave on top. This is Sadie Marks to Tomlin. To Gale. 65 seconds remaining.
And folks, stay with us after this game. We'll have presentations of championship trophies, Mental Attitude Award winners, for the girls' game. So stick with us on this feed. We'll go through that. And then obviously there'll be a new feed for the boys broadcast after all the ceremonies and festivities.
Tomlin sets it out as the South Central student body and fans in attendance rise to their feet. They're chanting undefeated from the student section. Their satellites they're going to be 22-0. Timeout called by Kouts. It is a 30, but we're keeping it right here. It was done solely so that both teams can substitute here for the final seconds of this one.
And great job by both teams. Obviously it didn't go Kouts' way or how they wanted it to. I think if they have a better first half, they've actually played a respectable second half.
They have.
They hit shots. They've kept this close or as close as it could be. But again, South Central showcasing why they're the number one team in 2A. And, man, Jerry, they're awfully good.
They are very, very good. Down to 12 seconds remaining. And as Larry just said, stay with us as we will be right here for the presentation of the championship trophy and all the post-game awards. 3, 2, and 1, and that's it. The South Central Ladies Satellites, champions of the 2022 Porter County Conference Girls Basketball Tournament. The final score, South Central 53 and Kouts 31.
And as you look into that cheer block, they are surrounding their team, back-to-back champions. Congratulations to the South Central Satellites. Taking nothing away from Kouts, the Kouts Fillies. They played a great tournament. They've got a great season. They got a week left in the regular season to rebound for this and get ready for the sectional here in a week.
Absolutely. So 53-31, that is your final score. We're going to catch what's going on the floor in the award presentations, and then we'll come back to do our post-game honors, and we'll get ourselves prepared for the boys' championship game. It's always disappointing to lose the title game, but to reach the final contest, it's always a very good week of basketball. Mike, take it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're live down here on the floor with Coach Ben Anderson of the South Central Satellites. Coach, congratulations on winning the PCC tournament. How does it feel?
Feels great. Thank you very much. Yeah, just a huge accomplishment for these young ladies, and they've been playing hard all season. They've worked hard for this. This is years in the making. They're very deserving of this, and I'm just very proud of them.
Coach, an outstanding job throughout this game. Are there any key elements that you've seen kind of develop throughout this tournament that has really prepared you for the tournament next week?
Well, we made some shots tonight. That's the difference. Last night we shot 4 of 16 behind the arc and 8 of 24 inside the arc. That's not going to get it done. And Morgan had a good game plan last night, and so that kind of shooting's not going to get it done tonight. We were able to knock down some shots, and that's that was the biggest difference. But hats off to Kouts on an outstanding tournament, great season. They've got some great ball players. They're going to be even better next year with Lauren Kodiker back, and so hats off to Coach Kobza and the Kouts Fillies.
Congratulations, Coach. Well-deserved tournament championship victory. Best of luck rest of the way. Go cut down those nets.
Thank you.
Back to you. It's up there.
Thank you, Mike and Coach Ben Anderson. South Central, the winner again, 53-31. Larry, why don't you go ahead and start guiding the post-game activities, and I will finish taking a look at a few of the numbers so we can get that out to the folks.
Yeah, I think now we are I think the first thing that they're presenting is the Mental Attitude Award, the James W. Dold Mental Attitude Award. It's in honor of the former principal who served at Washington Township for 30 years. During those years, he was instrumental in the formation of the Porter County Conference as one of the founding principals. He also served on the IHSAA Board of Control and Board of Directors and was a leader in development of the girls' sports programs in the state of Indiana. The award has been presented each year in the Porter County Conference since 1979. The recipient of this award is selected by the PCC coaches and judged according to the following criteria: sportsmanship, athletic ability, attitudes throughout their high school career towards athletics, high school, training, teammates, coaches and opponents, grade point average, and school citizenship throughout their high school year or high school career. The Mental Attitude Award winner for 2022 from Kouts High School, Lindsay Kobza, is the James W. Dold 2022 PCC Mental Attitude Award winner. Congratulations, Lindsay, and of course the coach, Ron Kobza.
Oh. See, let's wait for the net. I don't want to start doing. So congratulations again to senior Lindsay Kobza on her honor here this evening.
I believe now they will be presenting the game ball that's been donated by Blythe Athletics and the PCC Tournament plaque to the championship team, which will be the South Central Satellites.
Don't forget, once we are done here, we'll have to sign off and we'll create a new live feed, and we are going to bring you the boys' championship game from here at Kouts. That'll be the Kouts Mustangs and the Westville Blackhawks. That's still to come. The 16th and final game of what has been a very exciting week here in the Porter County Conference.
It's been a great week. As South Central's presented with their plaque by Kouts principal Tom Stoner. They're presented with the game ball and the plaque. And they will also be getting the gold ball trophy, which has been donated to the PCC by the Times Media Company. This award is given to the champion of the tournament. It's a traveling trophy and is only retired when a school wins it 3 times. So congratulations to South Central as they're being presented with their gold ball trophy on behalf of Principal Tom Stoner from Kouts High School.
It's back-to-back titles for the Lady Satellites of South Central. It's their 6th title in the school's history.
So I believe they're going to go down and take pictures now, and I think, Jerry, that gives us time for our awards here.
Awards and a few post-game stats. So let's do that. First for South Central, they were led in scoring tonight by Olivia Marks with 14. Abby Tomlin had 12, and Delaney Gale also with 12 for South Central, who improves to 22-0 on the season. They'll go into the final week of the regular season undefeated and number 1 in the state in Class 2A. Leading the way for Kouts, Allie Capuch with 17, and Lindsay Kobza had 10. Kouts falls to 15-6. They're number 11 currently. We'll see what they're ranked next week in Class A. But that is your leading scorers in tonight's game. A few of the shooting numbers. South Central from the floor tonight, 18 of 39 for 46.2%, 6 of 20 from 3, 30%, and 11 of 14 from the free throw line, 78.6. That's good free throw shooting for South Central, guys.
Yeah, it's great free throw shooting, and again, that's what's going to win in any tournament, especially the conference tournament.
And for Kouts, they were 10 of 38 from the floor tonight, 26%, 2 of 11 from 3 points for 18. Mike, just 9 of 21 from the line, 43%.
Yeah, if you're not over 50%, you're really not giving yourself much of a chance. But the story in this game is just kind of the shooting all around, right? You mentioned all very low percentages, but you know, they're going against the best team in the state. They are. Let's give that team credit. And like Coach Anderson was talking about, after the performance that they had in the semifinal, they came out here and they were just hitting shots from the get-go. Gail started the game off red hot, and she knocked down 2 threes to start. So they were down big early and having to play from behind the entire game. It was just, a recipe for, unfortunate circumstances for the Kouts Filles.
And for the Lady Satellites, the seniors, Delaney Gale, Lauren Bomar, and Abby Tomlin. What a great way to finish out their high school career as far as the PCC goes. But we know they're not done. They want a whole lot more than just this. Kouts going to return a lot of players when next season comes around, as Lindsay Kobza, the only senior on the roster right now for the Phillies. So want to acknowledge those seniors, because I don't know, as our broadcasts go on in the postseason about to get here, how many more times we'll see these ball clubs. So want to make sure we acknowledge those seniors on both teams.
So Sue Franzman gave us an interesting stat here on our feed. Ron Kobza won the Desmore Mental Attitude Award.
Okay.
His wife and both of his daughters have now won the James Dold Mental Attitude Awards. What an outstanding family. Think about that.
Wow,
the
that's
entire
amazing.
family
Yep.
won the Mental Attitude for the conference.
That's amazing.
Thank you for that stat, Sue. We greatly appreciate little tidbits like that. Man, I never knew that. That's
No.
outstanding for that family.
Absolutely
to have
it is.
everybody in the family win Mental Attitude.
What an honor. What an honor. What a great family. So congratulations to all of them. You know, as much as mom and dad enjoyed winning their honors back when in high school, as a parent, you know this, they're more proud of Lauren winning hers tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to, as a parent, see my son win a few awards last year playing football. And as a parent, there's just a sense of pride. It doesn't matter how many accomplishments you have in your lifetime, you're always more proud when your kids win it. And it's a little bit more special when your kids win it.
Absolutely. So, final score again was South Central 53 and Kouts 31. Let's get to those awards now, gentlemen. Let me get my paper back so I have everything in front of me. So first, it's time to name tonight's peak performers. It's celebrating the best performances on the court. So we'll begin with the road team, the victorious team, the South Central Satellites. Tonight's peak performers, we've got a whole boatload of them we can choose from. Delaney Gale stands out because the three she hit in the first quarter got this team going. And she finished with Abby Tomlin with 12 points. Only Olivia Marks scored more. Abby Tomlin played a great game, but I think what Delaney Gale did to get South Central some breathing room very quickly, that's who I'm going to vote for the peak performer. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
I like that too. I think Olivia Marks also did a really good job in this one. And, just a lot of peak performance on both teams tonight, to be honest with you. You mentioned Abby Tomlin as well. So I would say that, yeah, there's quite a few.
And the peak performer tonight for the Kouts Filles, well, Allie Capuch started out struggling shooting the basketball, but she found it along the way. And she did her best to try to keep her team in this contest and finished the night with 17 points. Balanced, too, scoring 8 in the first half, 9 in the second half. I like Allie Capuch for the peak performer for the Kouts Filles.
Yeah, Allie had a great second half. Not the first half that she would have liked to have, but she picked it up in the second half. She played a great game. And again, she's only a junior, so she's going to get a second opportunity at this next year. And I think she's going to lead this Kouts Filles team very, very well next season.
So there you have it, the peak performers for tonight's matchup, celebrating the best performances on the court. Now it's time to name the play of the game, presented by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. Gentlemen, I'm open on this one. What do you like? Larry likes to talk to whoever's in the seats.
Sorry, some of my
play of the game.
Players.
Play of the game. Play of the game. Give me a play of the game.
That's a.
All right, you guys think about that a second.
We'll think about that, yeah.
We'll go to the Regent Sports Network Blue Collar Player of the Game. It's brought to you by the Regent Sports Network, the only game in town. I gave peak performers. You guys give me suggestions on the blue collar.
Man, I really like.
I'm gonna just go with Delaney Gale, to be honest with you. And the reason why is we talked about her shooting plenty so far in the post game, but we haven't talked enough of is that she ran in transition, getting both ends of the floor, whether she's bringing it up or not. Let's say that there was moments in this game where I know that Tomlin was getting rebounds and steals, but Gale was there following, trailing, doing an outstanding job. She had blocks as well. She had several rebounds in this one. She played outstanding in all facets of the game, and that right there is blue collar because she was the one hitting the deck too. She was doing it all tonight, and it results in a championship victory. So my pick for the Regent Sports Network blue collar player of the game tonight would be Delaney Gale.
Yeah,
the only problem is I picked her for peak performers, and we agreed on that.
Well,
so we got to come up with somebody else now.
I would say the peak performers is that you got multiple. For the Satellites, I would say another peak performer was Abby Tomlin. She did outstanding, and Olivia Marks. So I think that there were several players deserving in that first one.
So we'll go with peak performers all being Olivia Marks, Abby Tomlin, and Delaney Gale, and the blue collar player of the game will be Delaney Gale.
Yeah, I just think. I think she did a lot in this game. From, steals, rebounds, blocks, scoring. She really worked.
She did.
Hard
I agree with you
in this game.
And I would say another person to consider as a candidate for that would be Lillian Tolman as well. Lillian Tolman did a good job defensively, a lot of really very good in rotations and on help side as well, and that's kind of one thing that goes unnoticed. But so that's the thing, is that it's so hard to determine because they got it done in so many areas of the game and so many players stepped up, so very difficult for us to name all these players, but all very well deserving of the names that we mentioned.
The peak performer winner and the blue collar winner, we're just going to say South Central. There we go, because we put in a lot of names. All right, guys, let's go back to the play of the game presented by IKORCC. Learn more at IKORCC.com. Yes, we could call it plays of the game, I guess. There wasn't any fantastic slam dunks or any sort of great things that went on. And I'm going to rename a name that we've put out there already. There were 2 or 3 of them from Delaney Gale that I can think of. 2 threes very early. Forced Kouts to take a timeout because they were already trailing badly. And she, in the second half, remember the play I talked about where she came up the floor and usually she sets her feet to shoot, but she recognized what was happening on the court and was ready for that bounce pass that ended up in Olivia Marks' layup. That's what I'm throwing out there as it.
Yeah, I also like it was early in the game when I think it was Allie Capuch came down and hit a 3, made it 15-7, and then there was, I believe, a score and then a steal and another score early on in the game. That I thought was a pivotal moment in the game as well that, you could look at there too.
Yeah, no, I think that Capuch had a couple buckets where she stopped that one, I think it was in the first half, she stopped a 12-0 run for the Satellites, and I thought that was a really good play of the game as well as Delaney Gale, and I know we've talked about her quite a bit in this postgame, but she's given us quite a bit to talk about, right? Another one was when she hit that step-back fadeaway jumper, fell down, knocked it down. I thought that was a huge one too as well, because that right there just showed you that she was locked in and dialed in, and then that had, that made the Phillies defense really kind of adjust and have to key in on her, which opened it up for, Abby Tomlin and Lillian Tolman and Olivia Marks to score as well right after that.
So what are we picking as the play of the game? You guys call it.
I like that step back jumper. I thought that was a good play and probably a pivotal basket in the game to really spark South Central to move forward.
That's your play of the game presented by IKORCC. Training, professionalism, and partnership for economic development. Learn more at IKORCC.com. Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for this broadcast. And then remember, you're going to need to log on to the new stream that will come up shortly before the start of the boys' championship game tonight between Kouts and Westville. Mike, Larry, Nate, Bob, Nathan, I don't know if I forgot anybody, but if I did, I apologize. Great job by all of you. I will get to everybody that helped out this week when we finish the boys' game tonight. But for right now, we're signing out. South Central, the champ, 53-31 over Kouts. You're watching Game Night in the PCC on the PCS channel.